You only found what you were looking for after everything was removed, because then the only reflection left to face was yours. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you are no longer looking through the lens of you versus them, because you realize that they were taking you back to the cage and the pattern that you were locked into. And if this is for you, and this will not be for everybody, you are recognizing that the only cage was your nervous system. Because when you are in a state of fight, flight, fear, fawn, or in a hijacked state, you are looking through the lens of separation. You see people as your adversary. You see them as something to overcome. You see them as the enemy. You categorize and place self-imposed limitations throughout your life because you are constantly thinking that you have to scan for threats and pick a side. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you've been moved into isolation. And this isn't a week, it isn't a month. It's been one of the longest periods in your life. Because only when you are left with yourself will you see the true reflection. If this is for you, I want to tell you that you are avidly challenging the false spiritual constructs that you were handed. I want to tell you that you're realizing that abundance isn't a material item. It's an excess. And that you can have an excess or an abundance of many things. You're realizing that until you collapse waiting, until you looked through the illusion of what time really wasn't, you realized that you didn't have to do more to be worthy to receive. So while many still stay stuck in their cage, they don't realize that the door is open. But they have to stop viewing through you versus them, or placing things outside of themselves. Because those in a hijacked state, they're being governed by fear. Fear looks like perfectionism. Fear looks like self-limitation. Fear looks like waiting. Fear looks like needing to heal more to be worthy of what you want. And if this is for you, you are recognizing that you have always been worthy. It was the conditioning and the programming and all of the things outside of you that told you you had to be better, do more, and be accepted to shift into what you wanted. But if this is for you, you have tapped into something because you realize you cannot go higher until you go deeper. And the deeper you go, the further you zoom out. And the further you zoom out, you see why things come full circle. You see why things repeat. You see why you get the sense of why you've been somewhere before, because you have. And it's showing you your own patterns. While everyone else is busy pointing the finger at everyone else, they're failing to see what is written on their heart and the program that they are running within themselves. If this is for you, you realize that you are the programmer. You are the architect. And what you keep feeding your nervous system is what perpetuates in your reality. And if this is for you, I want to tell you your purposeful pause, your isolation, it was actually recalibration. Because until you removed all of the distractions, you continued to stay in hypervigilance. And now, when it's just you realize there's nothing to be hypervigilant about, because it was always you. You're realizing that abundance came in the form of fear. It came in the form of obstacles. It came in the form of waiting. It came in the form of being told that you had to wait for this to be done, or you had to do this to achieve that, when really it already existed. This makes me think of a quote that Ashley gave us. I think it was over the weekend. But it was, maybe the life that you're chasing is actually chasing you. And when you realize that you're the programmer, that the cage was never locked, and it's filled with the opinions of others, the family conditioning, the societal conditioning, and all of the things that were borrowed and never yours, the moment you detach and you recognize your own reflection, it's only then that you can change things. It's only then that you truly shift. Otherwise, the shifts are just loops in disguise. You never had to chase what you wanted. You just had to stop running. Love you guys.